Okay, so it has been a long time and I have not done any video, so this is going to be a Vim video, and I'm just showcasing my workflow in Vim, the coding workflow in Vim. So this is my advanced workflow. L- Show me yours in maybe in VS Code. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a C++ project. And it would be a simple hello world C++ project, so it would print hello world n times, and if I'm saying n times, that means it will iterate something, and it will be some sort of object oriented manner. So we will have the header files, the definition files, and the main file. All those things would be there. It would follow all those in the structure, directory structure. So the folders would be like bin, debug, include, source, all those things would be there, and most important, all those things would be automated. So for example, I have this directory empty and I want to create a project. I would do a project create cpp. Project create is my shell script. You can get it on my GitHub, and cpp is just for C++. Project name, so let's say the project name is hello. Executable name, let's say it's main. So the executable will be created with the name main, and now it's showing done. So if we do a ls, there is a hello, and we can say I have all those directory structures. So bin, debug, include, source, all those things are here. So let me turn on the Vim. So basically it's neovim. You can see why should you use neovim. I can say it's more open source friendly, so you should use neovim, and it has some advantage over Vim, but it's not different thing, it's not much different. You can use any of this. Okay, so now if I would go in my file manager, I can say I should have, okay, I should, in the object oriented fashion, I should have this header file. The header file would be like hello.h. It would have our property name n, and it would have a print function, and it would be the print function basically print hello world n times. Okay, so in the include folder that is currently empty, I would add the thing called hello.h. Okay, so on the bottom left you can see I have input of new file name, so hello.h is there. So I would just do it, and now I want a class. The class is there, hello, and till now there is no code completion, but it would be there now. You can see it is there, int n, and I want some public functions. So one can be the constructor itself. I don't know who uses constructor for all these. Set n, even set and get function who uses, I don't know. Get n, fine, and the last one, the important one that matters, the print. Okay, so everything is there. Now I have to implement all these functions. Fine, no problem. I can say in my source folder, okay, in my source folder I have main.cc, the main file that is currently empty. Okay, but I want hello.cc, that would be the implementation of this file, in the source folder, not in the include folder. So they would be in the different folder, and I would use them like they are in the same folder, and at the time of building it built. That should be, that's like an IDE. Okay, so let me add a new file. Okay, on the bottom left you can again see I have input a new file name, and I would just show hello.cc. okay, hello.cc is here, and but I don't know that what are the things like what are the hello.h functions I have to implement. So I would open those in a split. I do those for a big project. Doing this in this small project is like, I can say, a foolishness, but just for showing my I can say workflow, I'm just showing those. Okay, this is fuzzy finder. Fuzzy finder lets you find everything like easily. So I should have a hello.h. So this is hello.h and hello.cc, and where is hello.cc here? Okay, so hello.cc is here. This is hello.cc, and I wanted hello.h, that is hello.h. Okay, so I have opened those in a different split. Fine, and then I would start implementing it. So first thing I want is just include it. So I would included it. Okay, and the second thing is to, because in the print function I should have this IO stream is needed for cout and things. Okay, I would start implementing it from the constructor itself. So let's go to the constructor. I'd implement it like n goes to n. Oh my god, too many typing mistakes. Fuck. Okay, now set function, set n, and I'm getting all this code completion. Okay, so this of n is equal to n. Now get function, just let me do it. Get function and return n. Okay, now the print function, that is important one. Okay, so print function. Now I need a looping variable because I have to loop n times int I, and I can say for, and I would press Ctrl J and it would just complete the for. Okay, so I can say I don't want count, I want n, and I would just come inside the for and I would say std cout, all those things those are necessary. So std cout, and then hello world std endl and things, and I'm done. Okay, I'm done with this. Okay, fine. So hello.cc is implemented. The next thing I have to implement is main.cc. So I don't have anything, and one thing I want is surely this thing called hello.h. Fine, and then I want a main function because it's a main file, so main function is auto completed, and then I want an instance of hello. So I'm getting all the suggestions like these are the constructors you have. So let's say I want 4. So now it should print hello world 4 times. So h dot print, and this is it. So according to me, our project is completed. Let's try to build the project and run it. Okay, so space tt gives me a terminal, I can say a toggle terminal in down split. Okay, and I'll just increase the height of it for a time being, and then I can say build, and it just build a project. Fine. So now the binary should go in the bin folder, and with the name main because we wanted that. So bin slash main should be a file, and yes, it is there, and it is just doing the hello world, hello world, hello world, hello world. So this is all there. Okay, so now this is done. What is the next thing we want? Okay, the next thing we want is a debugging. So for example, I want to debug the code, however there is no bug. Let's create one. Okay, so go to definition, let me go to the definition, and I would create a bug. I would just do n+1, a very foolish bug. Okay, so this is there, and then I would just set the breakpoint to h.print because I would be sure that this line should have an error if I would say that I'm getting 5 times. So let me build it. Okay, let me build it. Dot slash build bin slash main, and yeah, it is printing 5 times, and then I can say okay, surely this thing, the print function, is something bad. Okay, and now you can see this left side I have this mark. Okay, this mark says this is the breakpoint, and because I have to debug the code, I should have a debug build. I will do the debug build, and it's easy. Builds debug, and it just build a debug. Okay, and then let's because debug build is done, I would press space dd, and it would launch the debugger. Okay, so now this portion is the code portion. Okay, so I can say this one that you can see this line has in the left side a green arrow. This green arrow is actually showing that this line is being currently executed by our debugger. Okay, so for example, if we want to watch any variable, we can do something like space tw in my case, and on the bottom left you can see that there is something called vim inspector watch, and now in here you can see that this watching thing started. So it's watcher of the debugger, so it's fully graphical debugger. It's not like you have to do the command things and stuff like that. Okay, so now I would press F11 to step inside the function. If you are if you have any time used the graphical debugger, you may know that these are the like key bindings, very generic key bindings. So F11, and now I am inside the print function, and it's showing that now this 17th line is being executed. Now F11, okay, it is showing this 18th line is being executed, then F11, and oh, I got in the F11, F12 to get out of it. Okay, F12, I just got out of it from that function, and all those hello world are printed, and like that everything, like F11 to go inside the function, F10 to go next, and F12 to get out of the function. All those things are there in the graphical debugger, and the watcher is always watching it. Okay, the watcher is always watching it, and we also have, I think, space de is something called evaluator. So for example, we can evaluate h plus 2, and if it shows the result like h plus 2 is this. So all those things are here. Okay, we are successfully doing the debugging. Oh, we never got to the bug. Let's start debugging one more time. F4 to start debugging, and let's do this very fast. Okay, so F11, okay, to get inside the function, F10 to the next. Okay, one time, two time, three time, four time. Oh, I got into loop 5 times, so there should be, the statement should be wrong, and now it shows, okay, fine, I is less than n plus 1, it should be n, so there is the problem. Fine, and I got the bug. Now it stop the debugger. Fine, I stopped the debugger, and I think I just restarted. Okay, I stopped the debugger, and the debugger stopped, and space dx to get to the normal mode. I would go to the definition. Fine, I came to definition, 2j f plus dt this, oh sorry, dt this, and I'm done. So this is how I do the things. This is my workflow. One thing, there are things you can add to your workflow, like tabs are there, you can add to those. So all those things you can add to your workflow, but I don't use tab much, because Fuzzy Finder and COC Explorer and this Ranger integrated in my Vim does my job, so I don't use them very much. So maybe, but tabs occasionally I use. Okay, Fuzzy Finder I use, that is like very good. COC Explorer I use. This is LF COC Explorer I use. Even it's I can say floating mode, so everything, and all those things I use. And I create the project. Nothing, I don't have to open a terminal. This is how do the things. Everything I achieve, the code completion, the debugging, the directory structure, everything is there. The snippets and everything is just automated. So this was my Vim workflow. Maybe you can have more optimized workflow than me, and if you just claim that VS Code and other things have more optimized workflow, then you can just show me. Okay, The last thing I think you may be interested in is project create. Okay, that how I created the project. It was a shell script, so it's nothing like just for the C++ I do these things, and for Gradle I do these things, stuff like that. So for C++ I do specific set of things, so it's just a shell script. But for the time being I have like C++ and Gradle. These are the three things I have because my primary language is Java, C and C++. That's why I have these three entries. But I would really appreciate if you just contribute to it. It is there in my GitHub in the Archrise repository, and if you can contribute to it with the Maven and stuff like that, all those things, then I would really appreciate it, because I can say this would not only help me, this can help you, because you are basically going out of the IDE. You are independent of the IDE. Now you don't have to rely on IDE for all those directory structures, because you have your own custom script. So I would really appreciate if you can give me Maven and for Python, okay, and for maybe Rust, Go, all those languages, JavaScript. I don't know if JavaScript has some standard way of writing the directory structure and stuff like that. But if you can do it, I would really appreciate it. You can send me a pull request on the GitHub for on the Archrise repository. I would share the GitHub link. Okay, so hope you learned something, and hope you are doing better than this. Hope you start using Vim if you are not using it.